Okay, so now we're in the supporting psychological knowledge section of the recovery module. Because our culture has been so unhealthy and imbalanced for so long, experiencing significant trauma, often early in life, is very common in our society today. Many people have trauma and other stressor-related disorders today, and the more we learn about complex and developmental trauma, the more we realize how common it is. Because our society is not set up to help us recover from these issues, many people cope and self-medicate with harmful substances and behaviors. Research from both the medical and mental health fields are pretty solid on the fact that maladaptive use of substances can have significant detrimental effects, both on an individual and collective level. The Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders and the International Classification of Diseases are both full of problems brought on by substance use. Alcohol and other substances can severely damage the brain, heart, liver, pancreas, etc., can lead to several kinds of cancer and weaken the immune system, are extremely hard on the body, and getting sober greatly reduces the toxicity in the body and allows our vital organs like the liver, kidneys, intestines, etc., to start functioning better again, which improves overall health. They can decrease quality of sleep and lead to fatigue and exhaustion. They can cause premature aging, and they can exacerbate several severe mental health issues. Even though we know all of this, many people in our society find it very difficult to remove harmful substances from our lifestyle in a chaotic and stressful society that promotes substance use at every corner, almost literally. So please do not shame yourself because there is a lot working against you on this subject, unfortunately. However, if you want to be able to move toward wellness, you will need both the physical and mental health that comes from treating your body with respect and not giving it substances that are toxic or engaging in other harmful behaviors. Alcohol and other commonly known drugs are not the only things our society is addicted to. There are also several other common addictions that can cause just as much harm, such as unhealthy foods and drinks, which are unfortunately the cheapest and most easily accessible. And honestly, that's probably the most common addiction that we don't see as an addiction. Gambling, shopping, pornography, disordered eating, whether it be restriction, binging, purging, etc. Addictive pharmaceutical drugs, video games, social media, etc. A great definition of addiction is anything that you have a maladaptive or harmful pattern of use with. It's understandable that we would need help coping with the effects of the toxic and traumatic world we live in, but avoiding negative emotions and escaping through addictions will not allow us to heal. It can provide temporary relief, but will cause more problems in the long run. Again, shaming yourself for these behaviors will not help anything. Shame is not a good motivator, and addictions are often a generational pattern that did not start with you. We are all dealing with an extraordinary amount of personal and generational trauma in a world that capitalizes on our desperation to not have to feel our pain, which is certainly an understandable desperation. Unfortunately, these industries have caused great harm to our society by getting us addicted to their products. To take your power back from these industries and heal generational patterns, you have to be willing to examine your relationship with substances and other behavioral patterns, how they are affecting you, and if it's worth it to you to continue living with the imbalance and lack of health it brings.